Hey guys, welcome. We're here. We're back with the Twin Flame Partnership Singles reading. In the backdrop is negative entity, bad spirit, demonic, removal, vanishing frequency. You're not crazy. You are hearing something really high pitched. I know some of you. Oh my gosh, guys! I literally just got back from the bike ride, and like it's so cold out there. My whole face is like frozen. So it's gonna take some time to thaw out. All right, let's jump in. But yeah, I know some people there. Sometimes we play that in the backdrop, and they're like, "Does anybody else hear it?" Yeah, it's definitely something playing back there. Binaural beat frequency. So let's jump in, guys. This is a Lightworker transmission message when it comes to matters of love. So let's jump into the sign of Libra. I want to jump into the sign of Libra now. I was meditating and getting a few messages here coming through. Okay, and yes, let me share this link to Twitter as well. Now, I feel Libra, there's something here that you're working with the aftermath of. I was hearing this as I was meditating on your energy just a few moments ago before I turned on the camera. And I'm seeing that there's something that you're working with. I'm hearing that okay, what you're working with now, and it can be a metaphor. For some of you, I'm getting that there is something here that was really possibly uncomfortable, that you kind of like faced the moment of it, we'll say, like the truth of, so-called, like where you said, and we're going to pull into this and see what that's about, but where you're just like, you know what, like, yeah, I see it. This person was really kind of, for some of you, doing something shady. I'm getting that, we don't want to deliver these messages, but hey, it's a shadow work. And if you did, come across someone who, it just ended there, the binaural frequency. If you came across someone who was kind of like, I'm hearing a moocher. For some of you, I'm hearing kind of like, insincere, however it is. Okay, not able to be brave and forthright with themselves. Ultimately, this is part of the conversation of shadow work, right? And so the less that we have our ego wound up in, why did that happen? And why did they do that? And where are they going next? The easier the conversation will be in the next step of you with you in terms of doing the shadow work to transcend through the experience of what it seems like kind of went down in 3D. So in other words, meditation during this time would be really helpful. I feel across the board. Let's go into throat chakra. Venus just went recently direct, right? It cleared from post-shadow retrograde. I think it was back into February. So your ruler, Libra, has been quite, tied, in terms of the attention that it's been given. And with Mars conjunct the placement of Venus, it's a little bit uncomfortable because Venus is naturally sort of a polar opposite. Let's say point to Mars. Venus and Mars, okay, they do have a synastry, definitely moment with one another, give and take, receptive, expressive, but Venus is also its own character, right? And so when they are conjunct, and for so long, because Venus was retro for the past few months, it's a little bit of a moment where Venus is like, okay, I need to breathe, I need to breathe. I need to have my space. I need to understand who I am, So there's been a little bit, but this is important. Clearly we're clearing something we're clearing something heavy when it comes to the concept of friendships. I'm even hearing that, like, relationships. I mean, let alone like relationships sexually, however, but really just like, who am I interacting with? Who am I giving my time to? Who am I allowing into my space? And why, So sometimes we face these uncomfortable truths. Like for some of you, it can even be your audience. Look at where you have Venus in your chart. Look where you have Libra in your chart, specifically what house it's cusping in your birth chart. That might speak to where you may have been doing some major purging, learning some hard lessons, so-called, when it comes to, your friendship circles. I'm hearing specifically. So let's get into it, guys. Libra, let's see. I want to know a little bit more on what we had come through with. Let's start here with... Yeah, some of you, for some of you, I'm just getting this, like, you thought someone was the one. Like, you had this whole moment, I'm hearing this, like, you really were very focused and you were very much interacting in a certain space. And, I want to get actually some placements on that, whoever it is that you were dealing with. I love this deck, but it's just a little bit hard to shuffle. Maybe if I like cross bend the cards, because for some reason they have like a bend to them as if they've been sitting somewhere really humid, but this is how they came. I don't know. They're kind of thick, but yeah, great cards. For some of you, yeah, let's clear it. No, okay, let's get it. Yeah, some of you were like trying to keep an open mind with something here. It's like, I'm hearing behave. It's like you were going back and forth. Let's get into when this went down or any markers when it comes to this particular connection here for you. Someone was very immature. I'm hearing that for some. Right, Gabriel. Saturn and Gemini. Some of you, I'm hearing you fell in love with someone before you got to know them. I'm hearing that. Okay, this can be, I feel like this may be a concept that kind of arose around the time Venus started to go into Scorpio. I'm hearing that, and into Libra, and when we had Mercury in retro and all of that shenanigans. But it's necessary, these transits, right? Astrology is kind of like the syllabus of our shadow work. So it's like, well, yeah, we got to talk about that. Why was that person, kind of like, also talking to me? Like, there must have been a point of, receptivity, and everything is a soul lesson. If we end up having some kind of soul experience, we're not a victim to that experience. We're saying, hey, it's like, in a way, what is that point for me of reflection? Yeah, why did I let that person sort of talk to me in the first place? I hear it like this. Take it as you will. It's a general video. Okay, love and light to everyone here. But the sun here in Leo, the sun in Gemini, Saturn in Gemini. For some of you, something was really kind of uncomfortable. Some of you were very, you're hoping that something would work out. Venus in Gemini. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I see that for some of you. Let's clear it. Let's get here some, I'm going to get a placement. Actually, a number related to whatever this is that you'd be able to identify. Wow, I was going to say, there's such a focus on the number 7. I was looking right here. We see 7. And then we see 7 here as well. We have this Mars and Libra card popping out as well. I feel some of you were very drawn to someone, very, very drawn. But then it became more a question of like the actual compatibility. We have here the number 7 popping out right there. And 7 is your ruler here, Libra, right? Let's get here a placement. Some of you, this is a family member. It's like, excuse me, like you're not in the light. Yeah, you're treating me like, I'm hearing I'm Poe. Okay, there we go. Sun in Sagittarius. I'm Poe. Hold on. Poe. I think that's from... Some of you felt somebody was kind of taking you for granted or kind of even being judgmental and like discriminatory. I'm hearing for some of you, it may even be a relative. I hear that again. But the minute that they kind of saw they couldn't manipulate you, then they changed their vibe. It's like, oh, okay. Strange. Okay, who is Poe in Disney? The Force Awakens? Yeah, well, it's like when they saw that your force was awakening. Oh, it says it's Star Wars? Interesting. I haven't seen Star Wars, guys. But take it as you will. So, yeah, I feel like for some of you, you decided to move in a certain direction and you're just kind of like, listen, y'all. Okay, y'all may not be ready for this, but I got to move on my way and I'm moving in this direction. So you needed to kind of like, really make something, it's a little bit awkward, but it's okay. I'm hearing that Sun in Sagittarius. I'm hearing your friends and your family may not understand. I hear that number 5, Jupiter and Leo coming through. A lot of Leo, a lot of Gemini, Libra, strong characters here. Cancer, Venus and Cancer as well. Mercury and Taurus. Now, some of you, something needs to be addressed in the environment. It's like, I see you standing up on stage like, I'm going to be the one to tell the elephant that he's in the room. It's like, everyone's like, ugh. It's like, yeah, okay. The Mars and Gemini, interesting. A lot of Gemini. I think some of you are trying to be open-minded with someone, like, but maybe he's not really like trying to be the tiger in the lair with me like that. It's like, no, but he's acting like that. I'm hearing it like this. Like at the end of the day, if someone's behaving a certain way, why are we making excuses ultimately? We have Sun in Scorpio as well. Some of you very attracted to somebody. It's funny. I'm looking on this card. 7 of Pentacles, Prince of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, I see the spider web, and that's making me think of the archetype of Scorpio, right? The 8th house. Not to draw these cliches and stereotypes, but hey, we definitely can say that, Scorpio does have some sort of resemblance to spider-like energies. Definitely. Where we say there's a strategic energy, Okay, reclusive energy at times. Let's continue. Let's clear it. Someone doesn't want to let you go, though. I'm getting that. And this is part of the conversation, part of the contract, part of the shadow work. It's like, well, are you going to be strong enough to say that it really doesn't work? This came through in the Scorpio reading last night. So you may be dealing even with a Scorpio, interestingly, somebody who was maybe just, I mean, there was a lot of love, a lot of attraction, but what is love, you know? To a certain extent, we can say it's love, but then the next chapter is acting on that love, you know? Part one, act one is, yeah, let's clear it. Part one, act one is feeling it. Part two, act two is expressing it, okay? And like, yeah, privately and publicly. Like, why should we? Yeah, I'm hearing like somebody didn't want to like go public with something. Venus and Pisces, so it's like then act three is going to be me silencing my phone when you call because I'm not going to talk about nonsense. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing this for some of you, but also like, I mean, just truth between us two, like truth amongst us, but then, you know, lies amongst the others, Saturn and Scorpio. Oh, some of you, this is really, let's go to the root chakra. Some of you, you realize though, gradually that someone wasn't willing to be honest with the public. I see a cactus here. Oh, interesting. Dance Walker Tarot. Okay, message. Okay, let's clear it. Let's get into it. Maybe you felt like, hey, like you kind of knew it. Why don't you tell me from the start? It's like, sometimes people don't want to admit that they're not brave, right? Sometimes people don't want to believe that they're not doing the shadow work, you know? I mean, not even like logically interpreting it as that. Like maybe someone doesn't even know what shadow work is so called, like in terms of like logic. Okay, like in terms of like perceiving their experiences like one of shadow work, or you know, the denial of shadow work, or the resistance of shadow work. For some of you, though, like that's what it is. Like either way, okay, that somebody is definitely very much in denial, but very much in love, and so there's this catch-22. All they know is that they're not letting you go. All you realize is that they're not letting you go, and then you start to interpret their behavior. Like I'm starting to see you sideways because it seems like you're just stringing me the fuck along. This is for some. Yeah, my cactus is alive and thriving. Let me show him to you. He's a cutie pie. He's growing real tall. So proud of him. Mazel tov. Yeah, he's really cute, guys. Yeah, you water him every now and then, and he just he's on his way. He's on his way. All right. Now, for some of you, yeah, no. I'm hearing hello. I'm hearing I am here, but I'm here under the condition that we are ready to get honest. I'm hearing diggity dog. Like for some of you, you're dealing with someone who maybe is very like flirty, attractive. Like it's typical, like, oh, a lot of air energy. Like, let's just meet up and see how it goes. And it's like, you're like, okay, but I really want to like fit this one conversation with the contract. It's like, oh, we'll see. It's like, let's just meet up. And then it's like you end up ending the night with like mojitos, Cheetos, okay, fried chicken and foie gras. I don't know. Very soon. It's like, this is not the point, bro. I'm not here for the brunch menu. I got to talk to you for real. Okay, very soon. EPNBANKTN. For some of you, this person is, yeah. Oh, God, guys. Let's clear it. You stuck. Someone feels stuck. Oh, he's kissing me again. Gosh darn. What's up? I'm hearing Leo. No. Guys, it's like he got, oh, my God. They got you wound up. It's like the spider flirting with you from across the web. It's like, hey, babe, like, I'm about to, like, spin it to your side. It's like, what the fuck? No, I can't do it. I can't anymore. I'm not here for that. I'm hearing calling you up, babe. It's like, stop. Oh, no. You guys, they got a hook in your aura. I'm just seeing so clearly. Peace, Neil. Peace. What's up? Neil says, peace, Natalie. Natalie. No, you guys, they're very, maybe they're trying to be attractive. Is this sober girl? Hello, sober girl. I was thinking about you earlier. I'm like, where have sober girls been places? Okay, looking for your blog to vlog these days. All right, let's continue. Attraction, chemistry, guys. I'm hearing he's Leo. I see like a spider like flirting with his tentacles. It's like, please, okay, like, yeah, I know you're trying. I'm hearing it's like you have to like taser their advances. It's like, stop right there. Like, just don't talk to me like that, because then it's like we're gonna, yeah, let's go. I'm hearing, but I'm here. It's like, what? Now, for some of you, this is someone here. I see you guys going to lunch. It's like, you guys, and I'm seeing it so clearly. Let's clear. You're like, we have to have a very serious conversation. Okay, it's serious business. I'm hearing you got your pants on. It's like, yeah, darling, I do. But do I sense a cheek yearning for a kiss now? It's like, no. Okay, what you're picking up on is my antenna that are going all kinds of ways, like crooked left, right. That because I'm feeling like something is off. It's like, gosh, guys, let's clear. Are you physical with these people? Are you physical with these people? Reconciliation, unrequited love. These people. Oh, it's multiple. Oh, hold on, wait, what? Someone just snuck in another person here. Wait, what? Hold on, romantic feel. Wait, what? For some of you, someone, I don't know what that's about. They got children. For some of you, someone may even be at I'm hearing they work somewhere. You see them in the public. There's a lot of people around you when you're always meeting. Now, for some of you, interestingly, they want to be private with you, but not in private. They want to be private with you in public. I don't know. You're going to take it as you will. Now, with the very soon and romantic feelings, it's like you go in with this ideology, we must print the magazine and we must present it to the public. It's like, then you show up. I just see someone wiping fried chicken grease off their face. It's like, you're totally, I'm here, you're in Teletubby world now. It's like very soon, romantic feelings. The concentration is not. You feel like someone is just not really getting focused with you. For some of you, they're very popular. Yeah. Click on the back. Click on the throat chakra. They're very popular. For some of you, I'm hearing Nana. Oh, Nana. What's my name? Okay, we got here. I'm hearing napkin. You got a napkin. You're eating all the time with this person. We got Venus popping out. But he's super Venusian. It's okay. He can be whatever he is. Okay, because he is not the will. I'm hearing of the contract at the end of the day. I don't know. But you are the way. It's like, I feel your spirit guides are yanking you by the hair, Libra. It's like, get out of this trip advisor conversation with this dude. It's not about that. I'm hearing that they were looking at other people's pictures or videos. Let's go Venus. It says, yeah, they're losing interest and then feeling single. For some of you, this is you. I feel that you're starting to back it up. Okay, I hope there's no one behind me beep beep. It's like, I gotta start reconsidering the way that I've Now for some of you, something about a vacation. For some of you, someone's very, very attractive, so-called, but it becomes a whole moment of its own. And then it's like, those moments you have standards. You need them, addressed. You need to know where you stand. The attraction only goes so far. Okay, now let's get into it. But then it's like he's making it so romantic. I'm hearing you take it as you will. He's making it so romantic to come back in an unrequited love triple series saga. I'm hearing mashed potatoes and gravy. We're getting mixed signals here. It's like, are you in love for real? It's like, guys, now here's the thing. I feel like you know this. I'm hearing, I can't stand her. I'm hearing that as well. I can't stand him. I'm hearing that. I can't stand the way she looks at me like that after she just made love to another man. Wait, what? I'm hearing Hermione. I gotta tell you, it's gotta be the end. I see a guy, he doesn't want to make love to her anymore because it's just too hard. It's like, I'm here, so take a look at me now. But he's looking at her in the mirror in the sandbox. It's a metaphor, maybe. I don't know, guys. I'm hearing, listen, I'm turned off. It's like, no, you're not, Charles. Come back. We'll make it right tonight. Oh my God. Okay, there's a lot of sexual entities here. I'm gonna be honest. I feel there's a lot of sexual fetishizing. Yeah, the connection, but the tragic parts of the connection. Yeah, someone is just, but the point is the turn off point. I mean, we can only go so far. When we start getting turned off, because that's where the entity is hooked into the parts of the conversation that we deem as attractive, where someone's behavior is not right, but then we're like, but he's cute, but she's hot, but they're doing it. It's like, but they're showing me the attention, but they're coming back to text me again. Oh my God, it's a very, very hot Cheeto energy, guys. I'm seeing this like this. Now, for some of you, you feel like you don't want to let go of the convo because it's like, well, what if I do, then what? It's like, but then we got to be in the here and now. We got to be in the present moment, okay? Does this person really, truly show you validation in the ways that you need it to be shown? I'm not talking about paying for brunch. I'm not talking about mimosas, on the rocks. I'm hearing on a hot ass Sunday. I'm hearing at the lake. I don't know. Let's clear it. I'm hearing, I gotta know, like, really, I'm hearing your virtues and your values. And I feel you're having a tough time kind of shifting gears with this person, or you did. Maybe you're at this point where you realize it. It's clear. Let's go a little bit further. For some of you, I think there's like a particular moment where you're just like, I can't. Like, he literally ate his food with his fried chicken as a fork. Like, I cannot. Maybe it's their diet. I'm hearing, what's wrong, Elvira? This came through in the which reading was it? But I feel you're worried, like, maybe of letting this person go. It's like, but then if I let him go, like, is he going to be doing his, like, shadow work? It's like, who gives a hot? If it's going to run over your conversation with yourself, like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing should ever, like, take time from your conversation. Like, the teacher doesn't, like, be like, oh, hold on, kids. Okay, class can't begin because I got to make sure I can be a teacher if this one student understands where the heck we're going in the syllabus. You know, with this conversation, it's got to be something I'm hearing naturally understood as well. And so you cannot, like, force someone to do their shadow work, and you can't determine, and you should not take it upon yourself to make your responsibility to, you know, make sure someone is doing their shadow work. Now, for some of you, someone was very shady. This could be a friend. It's like, you know, they're all sideways. You know, they're all like, ha 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 behind your back, but like to your face, it's like, tee hee hee hee. Okay, it's silly. And that could be a metaphor, guys. Like, they're acting maybe even like they're not interested in you, but they're very interested in you. Okay, let's go. It could even be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be a boss, whatever, blah, blah. It could be anybody. The point is they're not being honest. And I think you're getting to the point where you're saying honesty is my prerogative. Okay, and so it's either we're straight up to each other and others, or I'm going to leave the conversation. So now for some of you, let's go into the throat chakra. The issue for some of you is that you're physical with this person. For some of you, they're very, very hot. I hear that. But what does that even mean, right? Let's get further. Let's get a little bit further. I just wanted to sort of, for some of you, I feel you're trying to kind of see if it can change. Okay? But hold on. Maybe he's different, like, from Tuesday to Wednesday. It's like, can we maybe just have one more mimosa and just see, like, you know, if he could. It's like, I feel you're trying to change someone. You know, you realize where they're still in their shadow. It's like, good for you. I mean, okay, you spent the time to realize that, but then what else are you doing? Again, they're not your project. They're not your whole project. But I love his personality. He's so gay. I'm hearing that. Take it as you will. I don't know what that means for everybody. You know, maybe it's a friend, guys. There are things you like about this person, but then that's where the entity attachment is at, right? Where we start making excuses for certain values when we realize that the whole package is not right. You know, it's like, I'm allergic to, like, I'm hearing human. I'm hearing he's got a little too much of it in his DNA right now. I'm hearing that. Maybe someone's superficial. You feel they're kind of superficial. Now, this came through again in the Taurus reading. Some of you, it's a moment where you're like, I would have loved for it to be this way, though. But it's like, listen, great. Put your order in. Realize what's real to you. Realize what you really want. And then tell the universe, I'm ready for you to deliver that thing. Not like, let's try and, like, fucking stitch this sweater again, you know, like over and over. And just, it's a mess, guys. I'm hearing that. You maybe realize. I don't want to say you're giving up, but I'm hearing he's not realizing that we're supposed to be like the same beat of the same drum. But I think honestly, you're getting to the point where you're saying maybe we're not. Like, if he cannot realize it, I'm hearing he, but it could be however. Yeah, I feel like your behavior is going to start changing. For some of you, someone's a musician. For some of you, somebody you're famous, someone's in the limelight. There's a whole public side to this possibly. Some of you feel that you see someone kind of like behind their mask. It's like you realize that someone has a lot of potential even in a certain area of life. It can even be like a job or a career, you know, but for whatever reason they're not acting on it. Okay, so then it's fine. Just, yeah, because this person may have kind of like they may have like a rebellious streak even, where it's like they start purposely doing the opposite of what you so-called, like, they're not really coming from the standpoint of, this is what I just feel like, you know, hey, Charlotte, yeah, like, let's really look at like what we share in common with each other that we can kind of create in the light. Like, they still have entity attachments. But I want to get a little further. I want to get here with the cards. I want to see what this is about. What this is about. For some of you, I feel like somebody here is trying to use sexuality as a way to like get someone back on track with their values. Like you keep maybe having sex with this person, or you keep interacting with this person physically, not for everyone, but I see that for someone here or a number of people. Like when you're in that moment, like it's like you're trying to maybe like coach certain mantras with them, but then it's like, but then he automatically just gets up and like is scheduling another brunch between us. It's like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. You feel they're not getting vulnerable. It's clear. But listen, it shouldn't be a shame, you know? It shouldn't be like, man, I wish he would just, but why are we saying I wish? Step into your own lane, guys. Step back into you, right? Some people do not ascend at the time that you see their potential to ascend. Yes. For some of you, the issue is that when you do want to like step back from the connection, they roll back in real hot with you. And they have to realize by you pushing that energy back and rebounding it back that that's not appropriate. It's not going to work for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They're attractive, but they're not on point. Really, when it comes to, again, yeah, the long-term commitment question, I hear that. Yeah. So for some of you, you're questioning like, though, then where the relationship goes. But this is the thing. The thing is, you don't need to fit this connection anywhere, right? There's no one said you have to fit this person in your so-called proverbial backpack. I know that sounds harsh, but it is what it is. There's no obligation for you to, yeah, I mean, really. And so, yeah, so I'm curious. I'm really curious. Like, if you were to just let this person just slide down the slide, okay, like a Humpty Dumpty, I feel some of you feel bad. It's like, but like, what if he never does his shadow work? Then he never does his shadow work. But that will never be what you end up doing for yourself. So the question here is, do you feel guilty about pursuing your potential? Let's clear it. Yeah, why are we living for the potential of another? Interesting. This is a channel message. This is not me talking. This is not Natalie. All right. This is not necessarily Natalie. But, you know, there's a moment, guys. We're realizing that we really do not owe this person, okay, their story. No. And that's the contract where we say, why do I feel so indebted to their cause? Why do I feel like I need to like make them become who they are? Are we like wanting to be the proverbial, okay, I'm hearing shadow twin. I'm hearing to their identity. Interesting. Let's clear it. For some of you, you know, like maybe you want to kind of like, you kind of want to like give your love to someone. I see that. You want to put yourself into a certain story in a way where you feel appreciated, where you feel like there's growth and expansion. But the important thing is to know where that really makes the difference. Like, because in certain scenarios, it doesn't help you in that story. Okay, it doesn't help you as much as it helps them. And that is where we have to say, I am just as much a part of the conversation of that growth. Okay, being a so-called proverbial mother or someone who is positive influence on someone does not mean that I'm only a positive influence on that person. If I'm going to take myself down, okay, in that storyline, I'm not doing a good thing. I'm hearing it like this. Let's clear. I'm not the heroine. I'm hearing that. Yeah. So let's clear. I'm not the person who they need in their life ultimately. Okay. So this is where we want to insert ourselves and feel relevant to someone, okay, in some sense as well, to cross-validate maybe our fear to step into our own. And I know that might be really uncomfortable, a hard truth, but this is what it comes down to. I'm hearing, why am I lying to myself saying that this is good enough for me? Interesting. Let's clear it. I'm hearing, I want to move on. I've made my decision. I see some of you like telling someone very directly, like, what works for you. Okay, yeah, and I want to get further. I do want to get further because I want to know where they're coming at you with this energy when it comes to the potential. And maybe for some of you openly, they tell you like, okay, yeah, like I've got this going on. I've got that going on. It's like you're starting to feel bad for them. It's a whole little telenovela storyline. It's like, I'm not here for the play, physical appearance, in the sense of, you know, like looking at it from that perspective as if it is a play. You're not in a play. We mentioned this in the Scorpio reading. You are in the story of your real life. And to be a creator, you have to be honest and active in that space, not passive. Like, yeah, let's see what's going to happen. You know, if he's going to kind of tell the story differently, why are we waiting for this person to become, you know, truthful with themselves? They got to do that. Yeah. So now we talked about this. I feel there's definitely overlap with this concept and that which we spoke on in the Astro Chat Live. I know this is not the most comfortable, cozy message, but guides really want it clearly laid out. But we mentioned this in the twin flame, we touched on the twin flame concept in the Astro Chat bike ride from earlier today. Spirit really went very deep into the nooks and crannies of the conversation around twin flames. And how it's about shadow work and, right. So let's go. Now, some of you, it's something about the attraction physically to this person. I want to get into that because that's kind of making me think that there may be some sort of entity attachment energy, even that person has with themselves that is related to their physical body, where they're overly, in a toxic way, overly accentuating their physical, vessel and the role that plays in the way that they interact with others in a truthful, honest manner. In other words, I feel that for some of you, maybe dealing with someone who does have an entity frequency attachment, but it may not even be their own sort of like conscious thought process that sort of is engaged in that space. It's more like the projected thoughts of others. In other words, they may have toxic people around them who are telling them that they are kind of like not needing to ascend. I hear that in a way, and that their physical sort of like persona is enough. That's clear, where they're just very attractive and then it just ends there. It's like, no, you're not just like who you see yourself as. Okay, anybody can grow a mustache. Okay, Miriam, let's get further in the story. For some of you, yeah, let's clear it. Let's clear the energy. All right, now I want to see what's going on with this person. What's further? For some of you, it's embarrassing, and I think like you don't want to feel like you're kind of you're shadow boxing this person, and you're even getting really clear on the illumination of that ego space with them. You don't want to necessarily but it's okay. That's where we cannot be scared to make it awkward for someone in their shadow. And if they're going to step away at that point, they got to. That's part of how they're going to do their shadow work eventually. Okay, you sticking together in this fake storyline is not going to make it happen any faster. This is what I'm hearing. Not for everyone. What is fake? But you feel that it's fake, maybe. Third agent, you feel you can't talk openly with them. You can't be honest. Third agent outside of you plus them. You cannot be expressive. I'm hearing completely. Still watching their ex. Yeah, I feel some of you have very high vibration and you're hanging out with someone who is kind of there but not completely, but not willing to own it. I hear that. Yeah. So, and that's where it's very troubling because you feel things on 5D, you feel things on other planes, you hear that person speaking to you on astral. Okay, now I want to get into a deck I created last night. This is the whispers, sort of the soul, what the soul wants to say to you, what their soul wants to say to you, but not necessarily like they are synthesizing in 3D. I want to pull on that here and see, what they're telling you in 3D and what they're telling you on 5D, because sometimes we really do feel so much of what they want to say. But what we get is what they're actually saying, and that's where, as an empathic individual, it's your requirement with yourself, right? To look after yourself enough to say that, let's go to acknowledge that I'm feeling what they want to say, but they're not saying it. And that's, where I got to check out. It says still watching their ex before you or after on socials. So there is definitely a third party for some of you. For some of you, it's family. For some of you, I feel like you are aware of this. We have coming through. My career is the focus. I'm in a hurry. I have habits I'm afraid you'll discover about me, that you'll find out about. For some of you, this is more, I feel, the shadow, where it's like they see that you see their shadow. Let's clear it in the throat chakra. I want to pull here on what it is that they present in 3D and what it is that, so let's focus first on how are they projecting themselves in 3D? What is the context of the connection in 3D? Yeah, Lindsay, that's very interesting. Okay, we have here, I am creating ways to escape, because Venus is also in that square with Uranus not too long ago. It's still it's squaring. It's still got the orb. I'm creating ways to escape what I feel for you, the very best that I can. For some of you, this person may actively push you away, but there's also, I'm seeing some kind of third element factor where, should they pursue their truth with you, there would be something that dissolves around the connection, maybe in terms of their reputation, their career, society, whatever it is. Now, I feel overall the communication in this connection is not really very strong at this point. When it comes to illuminating the higher spectrum of what you acknowledge to be the potential in the relationship. In other words, I don't feel you're really talking about the deeper shadow work. I hear that, okay? but always take it as you will, right? You can take it in so many ways. Now, I'm creating ways to escape, and maybe this is a past energy. Take it as you will, whenever you check in. I'm creating ways, and there are no absolutes. Maybe you're saying, hey, I see it more as like, let's clear. Yeah, because you feel you're communicating on 5D. I feel that. I'm creating ways to escape what I feel for you the best that I can. And they may again they may push you away. Okay. I'm in a hurry when we talk and meet because there are other things that interest me. I feel this person has an entity attachment, guys. Let's clear the energy. It says, I'm thinking about ways to show my affection and how I care. It's not natural to me. This relationship is introducing a dynamic to me that is new. I'm having a hard time. Okay, for some of you, that's the issue, is that there's mixed signals here. Okay, on one spectrum, they realize, like, I know she's truth. I know she's honest. I know she's triggering me in a way for the better for some of you. And then it's like they swing back and they get very scared and they get reclusive and they run away. It says, I'm worried. Yeah, they avoid. I'm hearing that. I'm worried we won't be together. We won't be able to be together. Okay, let's get here from the 5D. And I want to pull letters on that as well. I'm seeing the letter S-E here. E. Yeah, this person's very private. It's very hard to sort of so-called crack them open. O-A-Y. Toy. Toe. T. They're very smart. For some of you, I feel like you're very attracted to this person's mind. We are on Libra, yep. What do they want to say? What's going on 5D? And it's important to have that distinction, you know? Really important to have that distinction. I feel some tumbling. I feel some tumbling in the sacral. I feel some tumbling in the sacral chakra. Okay. I believe you're the one for me. I think about this and follow me back. Yeah. This person is having trouble, especially if they avoided you, ignored you, blocked you. For some of you on socials. Okay. Whatever it is, they're having like really a hard time. Okay. Conversating about how they feel about that, how they feel about you guys not communicating. So guys, we're going to take a break here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was a helpful video, and we're getting to the next video in the next series. Bye guys. See you later. Always take it as you will. Keep clearing your aura.